Hello and welcome to the TV studio at Leeds Trinity. My name is Sammy and I'm a third year journalism student. Now, you may be aware that Leeds Trinity was granted university status just last month, and it's been announced today that television and radio presenter Gabby Logan is to become the university's first Chancellor. And Gabby joins us here today. Thank you, Gabby, as well as Tom Feeney. So, Gabby, obviously you have a great deal of experience in the sports and journalism sector. What does it mean to you to become a Chancellor at this university?
Sounds very grand, doesn't it, Chancellor?
Very
and
so.
When I graduated from Durham University, our Chancellor was Peter Ustinov. So to think that I'm holding a position that Peter Ustinov held is pretty surreal, really. And I'm very proud of Leeds, and I have great affinity actually with this, what was college then at Trinity and All Saints, because a lot of the teachers came and taught in the Catholic schools in Leeds, and I attended many of those from St Andrews, Cardinal Heen and then Notre Dame. So I know a lot about the place, but I also think it's a fantastic learning institution that has great success with both the students who are very employable, the satisfaction of being here. So to be associated with something as already successful as this and try and spread the word, if you like, is what I see my main role as, to be a face which the university can use to hopefully promote and keep up that incredible success.
Obviously you have great links with Leeds, with your family being from Leeds and again your father playing for Leeds United. Have you ever thought about having a bit of tuition at a university like this?
To go and tutor?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be something new, something I've not tried. So yeah, I would definitely consider. I like to challenge myself, and I've always thought lecturing must be really good fun actually. So maybe.
And again, the links with Leeds. How important is it to you that your family are from Leeds and you're keeping it quite local and family-based?
Yeah, well, to be honest, whenever I do anything that is based in Leeds, my granny and my auntie and my mum and all my family who live here, they're always really chuffed when they see me on local news, or because it's people, obviously when you're in a region, your local news is incredibly important. When you live in the capital, the national news seems to be the local news, so you lose sight of that. And it's when you go back to the regions you realise that regional news is still so powerful and important, and they love it. So I think it's really lovely from my family point of view that I'm here, and hopefully it'll bring me up north more than I am at the moment, so they'll like that.
And talking of up north, you studied at Durham University whilst you were younger, and how important do you think it is that people go to university?
I think going to university is a very personal choice, and further education is very personal, and not everybody is suited to it. But we're in times where there are lots of budgetary constraints and universities are under a lot of pressure. So I think making the right choice about which university you study at is more important than ever before. You're not throwing away something, you're investing heavily in your future. So you want to go to the right institution, and making sure that there are the right courses and the right environments for people to learn is more vital than ever before, I think. So when you have a successful environment like Trinity University, then I think that needs to be promoted. And I'm a great advocate and believer in further education. If you want to do it, then I think it can only enhance you as a person, and academically obviously enhance you. So hopefully people will be encouraged by the results from this university and keep applying and coming here. And and I think generally as the country as a whole, without wanting to get too broad, I think having the more trained people you have in the country, the more educated people you have in the country, is going to stand us in better stead as the economic climate of the world changes. So,
absolutely. And turning to Tom, you've been out on campus, haven't you, getting the general gist of people's thoughts on Gabby's appointment as a Chancellor. What has been the reaction?
Well, I asked a variety of students, and there is a feeling of real excitement since your appointment was confirmed this morning. I think the best reaction had to be, I told a student that you were in the building. I thought they were going to pass out. They were that excited. They'd just seen you a few days ago on Splash. And I think the main emphasis will be that you're a high-profile name and you'll bring some mainstream attention to the university, and that you won't just only help the journalism students, but also other aspects of the university as well.
I hope I can do. Thank you. Thanks for that feedback.
And obviously both of us are journalism students here. And do you have any advice for us?
I always say when anybody asks me about advice getting into the industry, that is one of the hardest things. You can be as competent and brilliant as you like at what you do, but it's getting in and getting your foot through the door and getting a job that is the first kind of challenge, if you like. So I think taking your experience and getting work experience in all kinds of environments, doing unpaid work, whether it's just writing stories and sending them off, or sitting down and thinking to yourself in a spare moment, how would I have done that story if I had to do 600 words copy on it, or if I had to deliver a radio broadcast on it. And then, you know, when you are faced with the challenges that will come up, you're more prepared, because the worst thing in life, I think, is being given an opportunity and not being ready for it. So as much unpaid work experience as you can get, and any time you meet anybody in the industry who you think might be able to help you, just ask, don't be afraid, because the person who gets on is going to be the one who's just ruthlessly asked for help, you know.
And obviously you had a brilliant 2012, haven't you? You obviously covered the Olympics. What are your plans and ambitions for 2013?
I hope we all take a lot of that positivity from 2013 from 2012 rather, into 2013, because what was brilliant for me was that the Olympics gave us a sense of self-belief, and we put on this amazing show that the whole world appreciated. Even the cynical Americans thought it was fantastic, you know. So I think if we can take that belief and these really tough economic times, promote them into every area of our lives in this country, we'll get through what are going to be still tough times economically and in other ways socially as well. So I think keep believing in ourselves, and personally, you know, I want to keep putting challenges in my way and finding things that, you know, I want to do, and pushing myself. I don't never want to kind of put my slippers on and kind of feel that life's too easy. You know, I quite like the extra kind of challenges that come from doing new types of television.
Well, thank you again for joining us today as new Chancellor of Leeds Trinity, and thank you to Tom. There's much more coverage of Gabby's appointments, including blogs, photos, podcasts, videos and tweets, all on our website at leedstrinity.ac.uk/Chancellor. That's all from us. Goodbye.